Zarasai Church of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary was rebuilt several times and finally completed in 1874. The building is distinguished by eclectic architecture. Its flat middle part of the facade, with a built-in round window and a portal surrounded by a neoclassicist rustic imitation. Lower tower sections and the plinth part of the side facades are decorated the same way. The pediment of wavy neo-Baroque forms incorporated between the towers is perhaps the most expressive part. The windows of the church should be considered neo-Renaissance elements, as the arcade under the cornice of the eaves. The church interior is modestly decorative, close to neoclassicism. Salakas town includes a view untypical to our area. The Church of the Blessed Virgin Mary of Sorrows, built in 1906-1911 using hewn field stones. The combination of the selected building materials and neo-Roman forms, rather rare in Lithuania, make this church extraordinary and unusual. A tower of stocky forms and a sharp wooden steeple topping it may be thought of as a rather rare element. This image, possibly typical to German architecture, resulted from the fact that the church was designed by the architect Ignotas Margulcas from Germanized Riga. The church looks monumental also due to neo-romantic semicircular arches and stepped buttresses. The interior has hints of Romanticism, namely the arcade on the sides of the great altar, ornaments on the presbytery balustrade, or the appearance of confessionals. Built at the end of the 18th century, Antazavi Manor House acquired its present look during the reconstruction at the end of the 19th century. The classicist manor style is disclosed by the rectangular building layout with two symmetrical avant-corps on the sides. Its main accent is a small attic pediment with a coat of arms in the center of the northern facade. Much of the facade decoration has decayed. Анталепте Church of the Discovery of Holy Cross was built in 1760. During the interwar period, the prayer house that was in poor condition was renovated and partly restored. The impression of an unusually long and narrow church layout is also created by a narrower and lower presbytery and a two-story chapel behind it. The exclusively expressive Baroque silhouette of the main facade includes two towers. The deeper central part, the pilasters that split the planes, the high wavy entablements, and the pediment of an angled contour create the impression of uneven and wavy relief typical to Baroque. The southeastern facade is decorated with a mural, Jesus knocking at the door. Inside the church, the presbytery and the nave are separated by a triumphal arch, and the walls are painted with ornamental decor. At the beginning of the 19th century, a monastery was built near Antalepte church. The monastery facade is decorated with high triangular pediments with profiled cornices, typical to classicism. and a cornice separating rows of rectangular windows, and the corners are decorated with quadrangular hewn stones. The authentic, richly carved door with fan lights, made at the end of the 19th century, the beginning of the 20th century, has survived.